Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with yet another weekly episode and another one where I am going to show you what I purchased basically at, or traded for, or purchased, etc. at one of my local club meets. So, always a fun time just to get together with some buddies here locally, and we go ahead and see what everybody's got. And I always find new stuff, and there's always new people too. There's always new people setting up and selling stuff there. It's just been a fantastic event. I look forward to it every month, and this one was no exception. It was a good time. So I am going to show you what I picked up there. Also, beyond that, I also got in the mail today this guy right here. Boom. The latest in the OneStop Diecast Racing Legends series. This is just a fantastic series. I've shown all, I think, what are we on? We're number 6. I've shown all 5 cars before this. OneStop Diecast was gracious enough to provide me with these to share with you. So I've been lucky enough to be able to get one of these comped for me to go ahead and show in videos. So I really appreciate you guys working with me on that. This is just a fantastic series, and you can go back to other videos I've featured these on, but we will open this one today. This is the Chi-Town Hustler, and it is number 6 in the series. So there's 6 in the first wave, there's 6 in a second wave. I will be getting another one, I think, within a week or two. Number 7, this is number 6. So just fantastic. We will look at this one today. So another exclusive square body. These are all limited to 2,496 pieces, so they are pretty darn limited. And to me, it's definitely one of the better, hobby exclusive Chevy truck releases, and it's very unique compared to what anybody else is kind of doing. This Racing Legends series, so it's got its own thing going on, and they're definitely cool. I knew when I saw those were going to be exciting. So, all right, so that's outside of the meet. Now the rest of the stuff is stuff I got at the meet. Funny part about it is that honestly, I'm looking at this stuff, and the majority of it I already have. Why did I get it? Because I have a problem. And that is, if I see cars that I like, even if I already have them, and they're going for like dirt cheap, like I can't physically leave them behind. I just can't do it. I got to pick them up. Why? I don't know. I'm going to end up probably reselling them or something, or hoarding them for a while and then eventually reselling them. I obviously have enough stuff that's unique that I really shouldn't be picking up duplicates, but here we are. So, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. So some of the stuff is unique, some of the stuff isn't. Actually, there was a person there selling a bunch of older Hot Wheels, and these were all like, I think they were like $1 a piece, but if you got multiples, there was deals on them, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I picked up, I'll show you what I got. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these cars I already have. Why did I do it? I don't know. The Vector Avatech WX3. Picked up 2 of them. I think the only difference between these two is a card variation. I think this one is like an international card, judging by the different languages on the back of it. And this one I think is like your standard blue card release. As usual, my buddy Doomis, he'll probably comment on this video and he'll probably school me on all these older Hot Wheels because he's an expert. But anyway, I don't know if there's any other difference between these two. And I already have this card loose. So why did I get 2 card ones? I don't know. This car, BMW 850i with opening doors. I already have this car loose too. And I think I opened it up in like kind of a recent video. But I picked it up anyway. I think this is a Corgi casting. It's made in China. It's kind of a cool casting, but of course we're not going to open it because I already have one loose. So Got a couple Jaguar XJ220s, a white one from the Pearl Driver series with 5 spokes. I think I am missing like wheel variations of this one, but I do already have this 5-spoke one, and I also already have this blue card gold metal speed Jaguar XJ220 in this like metal flake blue. I've already got this one too. So I don't know. These are going to end up in a box for a while. Is probably what's going to happen. I also already have this one, Ferrari Testarossa. I just couldn't leave it behind. I already have it. So that one, I've got this one. This one I might open though eventually. I got to check on the one I have. I think the one I have has some weird stance issue with it. But this is Nissan 300ZX. It's a cool older casting. I think this was the last release of it that they put out. And this was like maybe 1998, maybe 1997. It's just a purple one. This one has opening doors as well. It's an older Hot Wheels casting. It's a nice casting. I have quite a few variations of it, including this purple one, but I'm not sure if mine is in great shape or not. So I will have to revisit that one. We'll set that one aside. This Porsche 911 Targa. I already have this in silver. This Mercedes 300 TD is a really cool little casting, and I do already have this one too. This one is definitely, I think, a Corgi tooling. It's made in China. But this Mercedes wagon, I already have this loose, and I think I opened it up recently. So it's another one. I don't know. It's just so cool. It's such a cool, unique little older Hot Wheels casting. I had to pick it up. All right, and then the stuff that I don't think I already had. We've got this BMW 325i in this kind of wacky graphic. We're going to open this one up. It's a goofy one, so we won't spend too much time on it now, but I think this is made in China. It's probably a Corgi casting. 1997 maybe. I don't know. It's hard to date the years on these because the copyright date you can't really go on. I don't really know. I'm not an expert. Mercedes 500 SL. I think this is another made in China casting right here. I thought that was kind of cool, a convertible. So I didn't have that. I think I had this car as a kid, but I don't know if I have one in good shape. This Lexus SC400. So we'll open up this one. This is a black one with Ultra Hots. And then, I don't know why I did this, but yeah. So these are that same casting, that Lexus SC400, and they're all wheel variations. All 6 of them. And I'm still missing wheel variations. I asked my buddy Derek, whatever, I asked him, is this all of the wheel variations for this? And he's like, yeah, no, it's not. They made it in like every wheel type available in this just plain maroon sparkly color. Why not? Let's just open them all up. I'm going to do it. We're going to open all 6 of those up. Why not? So that stuff we're definitely going to look at. Big time score for me that I didn't already have would be this Nissan 300ZX twin turbo super treasure hunt. So of course I got a regular just to match up with it, but yeah, got that guy. Check that one off the list. This is one I've been wanting to check out the list so bad, and the prices on eBay are just ridiculous on this thing already. I got it for a steal of a price. The guy had 2 of them, and I should have bought both, but I didn't. I just got the one. I let someone else buy the other one, which is good. I guess that's a good thing too. But yeah, at the price it was going for, and then I looked it up on eBay kind of afterwards after he gave me a price on it. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, I got to definitely buy that. All right, so there's that. It's got this moving parts Matchbox. Another Nissan Z or Datsun 280. I think this is from the latest wave of moving parts. I did not have this one in orange yet, so grab that. So that's something we will look at in the next segment. I did also get from Suresh, he picked this up for me from a store, but I got the Ford Race Team diorama set, or whatever these things are called, Hot Wheels Premium set. So that's pretty cool. we might open that up in this next segment. The packaging's annoying, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it. Maybe we won't. We'll see. If not, maybe I'll just do a video on this and maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then another one, I know I'm going to do a separate video on these just because we are going to kind of have somewhat of a lot to look at, is this Slide Street car culture sets. This is a new car culture set that comes with the Toyota 8086 Sprinter Terreno, the 20 Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5, which I think is a brand new casting. These two, the graphics on these are really cool looking. Nissan Silvia, 20 Toyota GR Super, which I think is a new one, and then the Pandem Subaru BRZ in Falcon livery. Very, very cool. This is a neat set. I do quite like it. I think it's definitely a good set. I usually don't like a ton of busy graphics on vehicles, but I think these are done well, and I do quite like them. So I'll probably do a separate video on the Slide Street set, so look out for that in the future. And then, well, I did pick up this. Well, there was a guy there, so long story longer. There was a guy there that obviously was either a hobby dealer or at some point, sometime. I don't know if he's ever been at one of the meets before, but he was kind of blowing out stock on stuff. He's like, I need to get rid of this stuff. I'm selling it for cheap. The prices were good. I'm going to just say that. Like, I know Mio, hobby dealers can get in trouble for selling stuff cheaper, but the guy was blowing his stuff out. I ended up buying this 2019 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, Mio exclusive. I actually didn't have one yet. My buddy Todd's got one aside for me because he did order a couple. So I ended up getting this, which is great. I think we'll open it in the next part. And then I got, these are duplicates. So I obviously already had these. Funny thing is he had two of these Sunoco Chevy trucks. I bought both of them, and then my buddy there needed one, so I'm like, I just sold it to him at the cost that I paid for it, because I'm like, I really shouldn't be buying duplicates of stuff, but I am, so I have more of these. Why? Because. And then, speaking of duplicates, from the same guy, so the other thing he had is he had sealed ones of these. So these are the Mini GT Kaido House 510 Pro Street. Really cool. He was blowing these out at a pretty cheap price compared to what you're finding them anywhere else. Anyway, so pretty much selling them at his cost. And they were sealed, so there was a chance possibly of getting a chase. So what did I do? I bought, and he sold out of them. Whatever he had there, he sold out of them. I think everybody opened theirs, and I don't think anybody scored a chase. I ended up buying 2 sets. So I bought 2 sets. I already have a set, and I already have another set that I just got, actually. Yeah, it's right here. We'll show that in the next video. Why not? Because that's with some other stuff I got in the mail. So I've got 4 of each of these. Yeah. All right. Problems. And then lastly, this is also a duplicate, but I couldn't let it go. And I think this was a good buy because the one I have, I think, has some issues. The one I have, I got loose a long time ago, and I think it's got some chips and stuff in it. But this thing is super cool. We're going to open up this one. This is a Racing Champions Dodge Ram with some wild 90s graphics on it, and it's a fantastic one. I actually did a Lamley Daily on this car or truck a while back and featured it, and it's cool, real cool. All right, so we got some stuff to look at. We got some stuff we're not going to look at yet, or not going to open because I already have them. The story, and then we'll see where we're at, and then we may open that Ford Race Team set. Sound good? All right, stick around. All right, so let's start this second segment of the video with some Nissans, and let's go ahead and go with this 300ZX. I already have one of these loose, I just didn't know where it was, so, well, we're going to open up the basic right off the bat. I was super stoked when they were going to come out with this car because it's one of my like favorite cars. I love the look of it. It kind of looks like a Porsche. It's cool, and I dig it. So really dig this. I would love to have like a restored one of these or something like that, or kind of a restored to stock, basically one of these, or a stock one in really good condition, and actually drive it. I think would be just really cool. That would definitely be on the wish list for sure. But the Super, just real basic. It's just something about the wheels and the stance of this just looks absolutely fantastic. Normally I'm not like a big, like huge fan of like these like just darker blue Super treasure hunts. The color is not great, but in this case it works, and it looks, I think, really, really good. So I really wanted one. I was hoping I would find one in the wild, but I don't really find Supers. I don't even remember the last time I found a Super treasure hunt in the wild. But here we go. Free the piece. There you go. Circle Flame logo. It's a case. And she's great. So again, I just like it. It's the stance is just really good on these wheels. The wheels look just fantastic. And like I said, this car goes for quite a premium right now on eBay. So, excuse me. It just makes me happy that I finally were able to get one at a, poor man's price, right? So, really, really cool. Really fantastic. Just really happy to finally add it to my Super Treasure Hunt collection. I don't get too crazy about Supers. You guys know that. I mean, it's always exciting. It was definitely exciting back in the day when I was hunting more often to find them. It was so fantastic. But usually I would end up trading them away anyway. Unless I was going to keep them. Sometimes I did keep them. It just depends on the vehicle. I don't get excited about that many of them. This is one that I definitely really, really wanted. So I'm really glad that I was able to get it. Super cool. Super fantastic. All right. So there's that guy. Glad to add her. And we might as well just pop right into this one. 280 ZX from Matchbox, Team Orange, Moving Parts series. Now, they've released this casting quite a few times now. I want to say this is like, since they came back out with this casting, I want to say that this is like the 4th release of it. You guys will let me know if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm looking at my wall over here where I've got some modern Matchbox. I only have one little Plano case, 24 cars in it, and 3 of them are this casting. So this is a 4th one. There may be others out there that I might not be aware of. Again, I haven't been keeping track of things like I used to. It's hard enough to keep track of, the stuff I want rather than the stuff that, all the stuff that's coming out, what wave it's in, and all that stuff. There's just so much stuff. So it's tough to do. But yeah, I quite like this casting. I think it's an excellent casting from Matchbox. It might actually even be my favorite modern Matchbox casting right now. It's got the opening door feature, which is cool. And they open and shut well. They're metal. Plastic base. I think this has also come out one time in a premium. I think the rest have been in this format with plastic tires. I think there was one of them that came out with a rubber tire in the premium. And as I'm looking, I think that is an accurate statement. You guys will let me know if I'm wrong. Of course, you're great at that. So, really cool. Another Nissan. There's something to be said just about this Matchbox stuff. I'm telling you guys, it's the best bang for your buck. They're just... The quality of the graphics and stuff is just really good. It's really good. There's no pixelation and stuff. They don't use that same method that they use on Car Culture and stuff like that. So it's good. I am going to open up this purple Nissan because why not? So this is a 300 ZX. This is a Datsun 280. This is a Nissan 300, right? Pretty much very close to the same car. Just the front end's a bit different. So we're going to go ahead and open up this one. Why not? Because I think this one's going to be in better shape than the one I have. We're just going to gamble and get it open. Very, very cool. It's in purple. Also has opening doors, which is not a very common thing. This one does have a flea bite, actually, though, on the mirror. Oh, well. Now this one is made in China, but it's not like a Corgi casting or anything like that. It's an older Nissan casting. Originally probably made in Hong Kong. I don't know if it's a retool of it. It's cool, though. I've got some old school ones of these that look really good. You got tennis. I imagine that's a big box of tennis balls and some tennis rackets. Is that what that is? In the back. But opening doors on this one. Scale-wise, it's about the same as the Matchbox. And, of course, you can see the difference between the 280 and the 300. Here's the front end here. They're pretty similar, though. Fairly similar. Kind of if we had a 240, you can kind of see the 240, 260, 280, 300 kind of morph into the 300, and then it changed to that. So pretty cool. Everybody loves Z cars, right? Who doesn't? Really neat. All right, so let's stick with. Actually, before we go into older Hot Wheels, let's take a look at this. We're going to shift gears for just a moment here and take a look at this Racing Legends Chi-Town Hustler support vehicle. This is really cool. Once I complete the series, I think maybe I'll do one on all 6, the first 6. And then maybe I'll do a video on all 12 once the rest of them are released. They're all coming. And I think they're coming in fairly like short order. Like we're going to see almost like 1 a month or maybe even 2 a month. There was like a delay here between 5 and 6. And now I think they're going to be coming out pretty quick. So you can read the fast facts here. The card art on these is just cool looking. It's just they did a really good job with this series. It was a great idea, I think, to do this. I think they've been pretty popular. There is an Ultra Red for each one of these releases. And if you're really ambitious, you can try to get either Johnny Lightning or Hot Wheels. Definitely will have like a drag car that will match these. I think almost all of them. Maybe not all of them, but quite a few of them. So if you're ambitious, you can try to find the matching cars. You can make a little display. I don't know. There's a lot you can kind of do with it. It's just a really cool thing. And of course, this is square body Chevy. It's a very, very popular casting from Auto World. In my opinion, the best square body casting we've got so far. Of course, I may be a little biased since you guys know I'm an Auto World freak. But let's go ahead and open it up. And I just think the graphics, taking these drag car graphics, like these funny car drag racing graphics, and putting them on these trucks, it just, to me, it works. And it's a cool idea, and I just think it's fantastic. So, and it's really cool. Like all these hobby dealers are kind of having different takes on the exclusive. They're all kind of doing unique things. Everyone is. You got J-Car, you got Surplus Goodies, you got MG Minis, and they're all kind of doing different stuff with these. And, of course, these OneStop Diecast. There's a couple other ones, too. Children's Toy Attic. I'm trying to think of who else have made exclusives of these. And I've been very thankful. I mean, a lot of, very lucky that a lot of these hobby dealers have been hooking me up with some of these to show in video. Because if you're trying to get all of them, yes, it can definitely get expensive. What I can definitely recommend, though, is these limited ones. You definitely want to get your hands on them now because later on they are probably going to get very pricey. Especially the ones that are super limited. Like there's less than 2,500 pieces of these. That is a very limited production run of a square body Chevy. If you think about the store releases for Auto World that are, almost into the 20,000 nowadays. Yeah, you best pick these up while they're available at a retail or semi-retail cost before you're paying secondhand market prices for them. Just my opinion. Or just my prediction, I should say. My speculation. Which is probably accurate. We'll see. But again, very, very cool to get. Looks awesome. Is awesome. I dig it quite a bit. A lot went into this little project, and I think it's turned out quite well. All right, next we got one more Auto World. We'll do a Mio exclusive. We got to get this Challenger out of the way. It's pretty basic. I don't know. From Mio exclusive standards, this one's pretty basic, but limited to only 3,000 pieces. 2019 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat in white. This one requires scissors. We'll pop that out. I do love that it comes with a box. That is a fantastic thing. And of course, there's the car. And like I said, out of all the Challenger releases, this one, it honestly, it's not the best, I guess. It might even be my least favorite of these that's been released so far. Sorry, Mio. It's still cool, don't get me wrong, but the kind of like the faux Dukes of Hazzard one is, I think, much more popular, obviously, than this one. And it's cool, though. It's white. The other Mio releases, I think, are probably more desirable, like I said. And a lot of the store releases are probably a little bit more desirable. But this is cool. This is definitely cool. So, glad to add it to the Auto World collection. Needed to check it off. Gonna have to find the Ultra Red for this one. Of course, that's going to be a challenge. Any of these, any hobby exclusive one when you're getting into this amount of limited, it's tough because not only is there not a lot of the regular releases made at only 3,000 pieces, but I think the Ultra Reds tend to be like 1 of 48, which makes them like about 2% or something like that of the production. Is that right? Something like that. Yeah. So that's 2 per 100. So yeah, about that. So about 2% of production. It's less than the store releases, which are 3% of production. So there's just not as many of the Ultra Reds made. So they do get really tough to acquire, and they get quite expensive if you're trying to look for eBay on these. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge to say the least. So no pun intended for the Challenger. All right. Pretty cool. There's that. What else do we got? Let's do Racing Champions real quick, and then we'll get into the old school Hot Wheels, and I think then we're going to be done for the day. I will do a separate video on that Ford set, I think. I just don't feel like, honestly, I don't feel like dealing with the packaging right now. I'm going into it. I'd rather spend 10 minutes just talking about that than tacking it onto this one. So, older Racing Champions, copyright on this guy is, it's funny, serial number. No. When you think of hot rods, you think of classic rods that are driving on hot summer nights, I suppose. Where is the date on this? 1996. That's appropriate. Oh, and I think mine actually has broken side mirrors. Because, yeah, they are. They're busted on mine. Oh, but the graphic... Something's up with the graphic on the side of the... Uh-oh. Do we have Zinc Pest? Ram them. Yeah, do that. This may be a disappointment all around. So, older Racing Champions. I will say this. I've seen some that have suffered from some zinc pest issues where the integrity of the metal is bad. This one, it looks like it's starting to have like paint cracking. I don't know if that's easy to see here. See that right there? That paint is cracked. So it's starting to show some signs of deterioration. The side mirrors are intact, which I do not think are intact on the other one I have, and I definitely am going to say no. You know what? I have it close by, so I am just going to grab it. Okay. Man, this is kind of a disappointment because, yeah, the mirrors are busted off of this one. But the rest of the vehicle's in a lot better shape. Dang it. Yeah, there's a tire issue right there. I don't think there's going to be any way. Maybe there would be. I wonder if there's a way I can safely remove the mirrors from this and put it on this one. And then I'd probably have to take a tire off. This seems like a lot of effort, doesn't it? But this is a cool release, and I would like one that's as close to perfect as possible. So maybe I'll do that. Because this one, the paint on this one's definitely in better shape. And it does make me nervous. Any cracking in the paint makes me nervous that there's some sort of reaction going on with the metal underneath the paint, which is causing the paint to crack. And I've seen it with racing champions where you will pull one out of the package and literally would be able to just crush it with your bare hand because it's deteriorated so much. Well, I'm going to have to look at this and maybe we'll make a best of. I don't know. But it's such a cool release, isn't it? And if I could just find one of these in perfect shape, that would be cool. I just dig it. I don't think Round 2 has re-released this casting at all either. It rolls really nice. It's a cool truck. It's just, dang it. Issues. You got to be careful with the older racing champions. That's why I almost stay away from it on eBay because you just don't know what you're going to get. It's like like a box of chocolates or something. All right, so here we go. Mercedes 500 SL. Collector number 494. Older Hot Wheels. Can't really rely on date, but it says 1997 for the copyright date. That's a cool casting. Right off the bat. So, yeah, it's basic, right? I mean, it's basic, but it is neat. I don't know how many times they released this casting. I don't remember ever seeing it. Convertible, obviously, made in China. Metal base, metal body. We have lensed lightage here, which I think is probably part of this window piece. Maybe they're separate pieces. I have no idea. I've never drilled one apart. Red interior, painted taillights, painted front end. It's got kind of a rake to it, which, whatever. It looks, I think, pretty good. For a basic Hot Wheel, I think this is cool. It would be kind of neat, actually, looking at this. Would be like these, I don't know if this is a Corgi casting either. It probably isn't because it doesn't have opening doors. It's an odd one, whatever it is. But this tooling would be neat to get duplicates of because these would be kind of the castings I think would be cool to make customs out of. If I ever got back into that. Like this would look good, I think, with a wheel swap, a little bit of a stance correction. Some details, some paint and stuff like that. I think you could do some really cool stuff with this as a customizer. I mean, you guys let me know if I'm way off base in that, but I don't think I am. I think that would be cool. So if I ever find more of these, I probably will pick this stuff up. I'm probably going to start hoarding like the Corgi era castings, the odd ones like this. Because if I ever get back into customizing, which I think I will at some point, these I think would be cool cars to kind of detail out and make kind of cool little detailed pieces out of. What do you guys think? Especially if you can get them for like $1 a piece or whatever. Why not? I mean, the stance is a little weird on this one. Obviously, this is a little bit high on this corner. Then over here, it's probably rectifiable, but I think it's a cool little basic model that you'd be able to do something with. And then another one like this here. And I don't think I've ever seen this 325i tooling before. I don't know what the deal is with it. I'm guessing this is like a 97-ish thing too. Copyright date 96. It's another made in China unit. Again, wacky graphics on it, but someone like Nesto P like he's a BMW fan. He makes really cool customs. Like for him to get a hold of castings like this, I think he'd be able to do some really cool stuff with it as a customizer. I don't think these are super easy to come by, a ton of these castings. This thing doesn't roll either. Oh yeah, it does. But it's got a metal base. I know that's kind of annoying as a customizer trying to deal with metal bases as opposed to plastic. It's got a cool construction to it, though. You got the interior piece that has a plastic piece for the front. I just think there's some cool stuff you really could do with these as a customizer. And they're just kind of cool, unique castings as it is. Opening doors on this one. But, I mean, if you put some really cool wheels on this, kind of stanced it out and, you know, deleted the crazy paint job and did something basic with it, I think you could do something really cool with this. My opinion. But yeah, it's a neat tooling. There's that. Alright, so there's that. The rest of this video, we've got Lexus SC400s. And we're just going to pop them all open. Let's start with this black one. This was a new model for, I don't know, 91, 92, somewhere in there maybe. It's a blue card, so again, it's tough to tell. It's tough to date these if you just don't know, and I just don't know. I know I had one of these as a kid, though. I had this very model. Ultra Hot Wheels, super basic. There's not a graphic or tempo or anything on here. You just get a metal flake paint job and Ultra Hot Wheels, plastic base, white interior. Why do I like it? I don't know, but I do. Okay, you know, whatever. It is what it is. All right, and then it's Wheel Variation City time. I don't know why I had to get these. We got Black Walls, and I think this is a international card. All right, now we get to play what's your favorite wheel type. The stance on this is kind of nice with those small wheels. It looks pretty good. I think with the basic wheels it looks good. Then we got Ugly Tri-Spoke. This is going to test my name game here with these. And I think everything about these is the same except for the wheels. These do have one tampo. Hot Wheels logo on the back where the plate would be. Yeah, I think they all have that. I think that's called the Tri-Blade or Tri, I don't know. Maybe this is the Tri-Blade. Maybe those are, I don't know. Dumas, help me out. He's been such a fantastic dude on my channel right now. If you guys, anything you should do, whenever I feature a Hot Wheels, just look in the comments, look for his comment. Because like he'll educate you immediately. So I've been actually really thankful for that. Thanks again, bud. You should honestly, you should make your own YouTube videos and start talking about this stuff. People will nerd out over it because you get a lot of knowledge with the variations and stuff. And you seem like a pretty wild, dude. So I think you could be entertaining. All right, 7 spokes. That's a decent look for this car, I think. Not bad. And then you got your basic 5 spokes. Cool. And lastly, the 5 dots. I like the 5 dot wheels. Those are cool. More appropriate for obviously like a Lamborghini or something like that. But all right, so what's your favorite wheel type out of these old school wheels? So I guess it's available, he said I think like a white, maybe it was a white 5-spoke. I can't remember what else it was available in. Honestly, if I find the other ones, I probably will get them just to show how ridiculous this is. I don't know if this is the only casting they did this with, but it seems crazy to me. These are all the same color, same interior, same everything else. just different wheel variations. And they made this car in like every wheel variation almost possible for the time period. I think my favorite's the basic wheels. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode of Diecast Weekly. Thank you for joining me for another one. Obviously, to me, I mean, the highlights of today, you know, I love these Auto World trucks. And then the other highlight, of course, would be the Super. Getting that, checking that off the list, of course, is a fantastic thing for me. All right, thank you guys very much for watching again. Another long one. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you very much. If you're, you know, a patron to the channel, I appreciate that, of course, as well. Have a great day.